All right, Bears fans, it's been a flurry few days, but now we're on to Miami. Well, Miami actually coming to Chicago as the Bears take on the Dolphins. And over the last 7 days, we are crushing Dolphins today in new subscribers, 535 to 411. I want to keep that momentum from here on out. I want more new subscribers between now and kickoff on Sunday. Will Scott, our host of Dolphins Today, says, I'm coming back. We're coming back. We're not going to have it here at Bears Now. So hit that sub button, and let's jump into our second video of the day. Coming up on Chicago Bears Now, Chase Claypool has arrived in Chicago as he spoke to the media, and others spoke about him joining the Bears as well. We're going to break that all down about his first day in the Windy City. But first, gotta hit this story. Roquan Smith met with the Ravens media today for the first time and said he was shocked by the trade that sent him from Chicago to Baltimore. Here's Roquan on getting traded. He said, I didn't plan to get traded, but life happens at times, and I got traded. So initially I was shocked, but I'm excited to be here. Good group of guys that's contending for a title, and that's what I'm in the game to play for, playing for a title. Now, it's an interesting thing to say I didn't plan to get traded when you requested a trade a few months ago. Now, Roquan's trade request wasn't I hate Chicago, I want to be out of here. It was I'm not getting the contract I want, so you might as well trade me. But still, once he requested a trade, this was always a possibility. Like, you throw a trade request out there and a team trades you can't act like you're surprised it happened. I mean, it was always going to be a possibility when he made that decision to go public with the trade request. Now, GM Ryan Poles hit this yesterday. We've talked about it. He said the reality is you have to ask yourself a question. Are we ever going to find that middle ground? Talking about contract negotiations. And from our previous conversations, you gather information, and I felt that it was highly unlikely. Matt Eberflus kind of echoed a similar sentiment today. He said, look, it was really the contract negotiations. Did we want him back? Yeah, we sure did. But we did want him back. So Poles and Eberflus, I appreciate their candidness of saying, look, we love the player, we love the person. The money wasn't close enough. I mean, we tried. Roquan doesn't have an agent, which Poles admitted made things more difficult as well, and the money was too far apart, and they made a decision as a franchise saying, we're not going to overpay, at least what we feel like would have been an overpay. We're not close enough. Let's trade them, get what we can get, flip another second-round pick for Chase Claypool, and kind of just go in a new direction philosophically and build around Justin Fields. Bears had a price tag that they were not going to cross, and I respect them for going that route. What is your one-word reaction to Roquan's exit, to him saying he's shocked, and just the way this is all played out? Let us know down in the comment section your one-word reaction to Roquan Smith exiting Chicago. It's unfortunate. That would be my one word. It's unfortunate this is played out. You felt like Roquan was a 10 to 15-year player in Chicago, maybe a play your whole career in one city type of guy. But at the end of the day, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with going toward offense. I'm okay with not paying Roquan as the highest paid off-ball linebacker in the NFL. He moves on. The Bears move on. It's a new day in Chicago, and I am excited about it. More storylines to come, but hey, do you want to become a Lord Ryan Poles, people are calling him these days? Well, he could actually become a Lord by going to establishedtitles.com/chat. Established Titles allows you to purchase land in Scotland or as small as 1 square foot of plot of land in Scotland. And what's cool about them, they're helping preserve the reforestation efforts in Scotland. It's on a private estate over there, and you can get your own plot of land. You're seeing this video play right now. And hey, I got my own plot of land. I am Lord Harrison Graham. Look at my freaking certificate. I'll have it in person soon. They sent it to me, and hey, you can grab a plot of Scottish land right next to me. Be minutes away if you're one of the first 200 people that get going with Established Titles. It's a perfect gag gift during the holiday season, by the way. Get 10% off with promo code chat at establishedtitles.com/chat. That is promo code chat at establishedtitles.com/chat. Let's start our Bears Now army in Scotland. And hey, if we get enough, who knows? Maybe we can go visit our land someday. Let's go. Let's get it. Establishedtitles.com/chat. And hey, put Lord, whatever your name is, on your dating profile. You're going to draw some more clicks. Believe me on that. All right, let's talk Chase Claypool as he arrived at Halas Hall today, flew into Chicago this morning, and then practiced with the team, went through the walkthrough in the morning, went through a practice in the afternoon, had a lot to say in his 4 or 5 minute press conference where he took some questions. I want to hit a few of those quotes here. He says, I'm a playmaker. I feel like I didn't have the full opportunity to show what I could do this year, but I feel like I've been able to show that in the past. And I think the stats kind of outline what that means for Chase Claypool, what he's talking about, because when you think about what Claypool's done in his career, his first year, over 860 yards and 9 touchdowns. His second year, similar production, but only 2 touchdowns. And then this year, the numbers aren't crazy down, but they're certainly down. Certainly the yards per catch are down, less than 10 per. And I think a lot of that was moving him into the slot, which, hey, I'm all about receivers who can move around, but they played him basically strictly in the slot this year. And at 6'4", 235, who can run a 4.4, he needs to be playing the boundary quite often, in my opinion. Now, he said, hey, I don't think it worked great in the slot, but now he feels more comfortable playing all 3 receiver spots. This guy is a weapon, not an afterthought, and Pittsburgh kind of started to use him that way. They focused on Deontay Johnson and George Pickens, who are good players in their own rights, but to just throw this guy into the slot and be like, yeah, you know, we're just not going to throw you the ball that much. I don't get it at all. He's a freak of nature athletically. He's proven in this league, not as a number 1, but as a good number 2. I'm excited to see him sync up with Justin Fields, because I think Fields' skill set of being able to make all the throws, throw the ball vertically, really meshes with what Claypool can do as a big-time weapon on the outside. What is your excitement level for Chase Claypool? Scale it from 1 to 100, 1 being, this trade sucked, they shouldn't have done it, 100 being, you're fired up as can be, you think he could be a number 1 receiver. Let me know. I'm at about a 90, man. I'm pretty fired up. I don't know if he can be a true number 1, but I think him and Mooney are good number 2s, and that's a good place to start for Chicago. Justin Fields spoke with the media today as well, and of course was asked about Claypool. He says, I'm excited. He's a playmaker, a big body, athletic, fast, a great 50-50 ball catcher. Just practicing with him and getting to throw with him a little bit, that will just help me find out what he's best at doing. Claypool also talked about his new quarterback. He said, I've been watching him of late in terms of their most recent primetime game. I know a lot of people are excited about how he's been playing, and obviously I'm one of those people, so I'm excited to work with him. And you kind of start to see this. This is kind of the first move of transitioning into building around the quarterback. Darnell Mooney was already in place. Now you have Chase Claypool. I'm elevating N'Keal Harry to wide receiver 3 because the last 2 weeks he started to flash. And with that big body at 6'4", 225, I think he's got a chance to kind of reinvigorate his career as well. You can kind of start seeing the pieces start to come together. I think next year you're going to see some different faces in the mix as well, but this is a decent starting point by getting Claypool in the mix here. Darnell Mooney was also asked after practice today by ESPN's Courtney Cronin what potential 3 wide receiver sets with Claypool and N'Keal Harry could look like, and he said that would make everybody dangerous. Just pick your poison of who you want to take away. We've got the big body guys out wide. I'm the little shifty guy in the middle. I can make some contested jump ball catches. It would make everything a lot more dangerous. The potential is there, but we shouldn't jump ahead. We got to see this grow. The chemistry with Claypool is going to take time to build. N'Keal Harry is still working his way back, and he was kind of a bust in New England. I have liked what I've seen, but I'm not just going to jump on the N'Keal Harry's going to be a beast bandwagon. But you see the potential. You really do. We've seen Claypool have success. Darnell Mooney's had success. Harry, in limited time here, has flashed early on. Can it continue? We will have to wait and see, but I do feel good, and I am very excited about the future of what this offense could be. Now, who's going to be the long-term wide receiver 1 in Chicago? If you think it's going to be Darnell Mooney type DM, if you think it's going to be Chase Claypool type CC, if you think it's going to be someone else, which I still think the Bears, especially in the draft, maybe not in the first round, but early on could draft a receiver, type S for someone else, because ideally Mooney and Claypool are kind of your 2A, 2B, then you get a big-time 1, and you're like the Bengals with Chase, Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. That would be sick. If you think that's going to be the case, type S for someone else. Let me know what you guys think. All right, we'll wrap things up with an injury note. Cody Whitehair, is he going to be returning soon? Certainly looks that way. The Bears have started Whitehair's 21-day practice window to return from injured reserve. He has missed the last 4 games. And I misspoke yesterday. I thought he had 1 or 2 left for some reason, but time flies by. He's missed the past month already. You look at the Bears' offensive line, how it sits right now. Michael Schofield, I think, has played pretty well at left guard. Riley Reef filled in nicely for Larry Borom last week, who's been in the concussion protocol. More on him in a second. It'll be interesting to see what happens moving forward, because Schofield has played well. Reef did play well last week, and if he plays again this week and plays well, does Borom get back in here when he's healthy? We will have to wait and see. I would think Schofield probably goes to the bench when Whitehair's back, but I have been pleased with his play. The Bears injury report, beyond that, Larry Borom did not practice today. That tells me he's still in the concussion protocol, which means him playing Sunday might not be in the cards. We'll see tomorrow in Friday's injury reports what those look like. Kyler Gordon, Eddie Jackson pop on the injury report, limited with hip injuries. Not too concerned, but something to monitor there. And then Tevin Jenkins, that's the one to monitor. He pops back up there with a back issue, which that's kind of been a problem for him early on in his career, that back dating back to college. He was also limited. I do think it'll likely be Riley Reef at right tackle again for Larry Borom. And I thought Reef played well. We'll see how it goes this week if he does play, but that's why you bring a veteran in here like that, to either start or when called upon, he's at least going to be able to hold his own. All right, more to come tomorrow, so be sure to subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram at HGramNFL. I'm giving you guys updates over there. I tweet them on Twitter also at HGramNFL. But give me a follow on social media. Slide in the DMs. They are open. Still catching up on some from the trade deadline, but I will get back to you. If you message me, I can promise you on that. All right, I'm Harrison Graham signing off. We'll see you tomorrow here on Bears Now.